The objective of this lesson is to understand the SUMIFS formula in Excel. And if you want to look at the SUMIF without S, please look at the description. I'm going to give you the link to my previous lesson. Now, how does SUMIFS work? I'm going to write here equal SUMIFS. I open the parentheses and I have first sum range. Sum range basically is the range you're going to sum in case all my conditions are true. Then I have criteria 1 and criteria 1 range, and I have the same thing, and you can go up to 120 plus combination of criteria range and criterias. Criteria is basically my condition. So usually when you test conditions, you'll use operators. So I have put the list of most common operators used here, and you can also use formulas actually. And criteria range is the range on which I'm going to apply my condition. So for example, it could be the brand or it could be a horsepower, etc. So let's try to understand this formula manually, and then let's try to use an example. So in this example, I have Audi and less than 300 horsepower. So what will Excel do? It will go first and check for the first row. Are my two conditions fulfilled? Is it an Audi? Yes. Is the horsepower less than 300? Yes. So it's gonna sum 2. The next line, my condition is not fulfilled because this is not an Audi, right? So it's not gonna sum it. My next line, it is an Audi, but it's not less than 300 horsepower, so it's not gonna sum it. Then this is not an Audi, again not summed. This is an Audi and less than 300, it will sum it, so 1. And this is not an Audi, so the formula should give me 3, right? Now we're going to use the formula and then we're going to use these parameters here. So if I write equal SUMIFS, this is my range where I want to sum, it's the sales. Then what is my criteria 1 range? My criteria 1 range is actually this range because it's for Audi, right? Next, what is my criteria? So I'm going to select the cell here in data 1 which says Audi, and Excel will know automatically that I'm saying equal Audi, so I don't need the equal sign here in this case. Next, what is my criteria range 2? This is the horsepower. And then what is my criteria 2? So now my criteria 2 here is 300, but I want less than 300. So I can do several things. Either I hard code it, so I write less than 300 in double quotation mark and not apostrophes, not this. Or I can do two other methodology which I'm going to show you. But first let's do close the brackets, close the parentheses, and then put enter. As you see, I get 3. In order to change this, I could do the following. I could just remove this and do and select my 300 here. So what Excel will do, it will say less than, and then it will look what's in this cell, and it will do less than 300. That's one methodology. The methodology that I prefer is to write less than 300 in this cell and come here and refer to the cell directly. So you don't need to write part of the condition in the formula and part of it here. You can just change the condition here and it will automatically update. Now let's try the same with this example. So I'm going to say equal SUMIFS, not Audi. So first I'm going to select the sum range. This is my sum range. What is my range criteria 1? It's this one. What is my criteria? I'm going to select this cell, the F233, and I'm going to fix the condition afterwards, which is my preferred methodology. Then criteria range 2 is the horsepower. Then what is my criteria range? Again, I'm going to select G233 as a cell, and I'm going to fix the cell. So I close this, and then here I'm going to say not Audi and bigger than 250. And then I get 6. So if you see, it's all my Mercedes that are bigger than 250. So this is a Mercedes but not bigger than 250. This is a Mercedes bigger than 250. This is Mercedes bigger than 250. So 6. Then lastly, just another example. I don't want it to be an Audi and I want more than 300 this time. So what will I do? I will do equal SUMIFS, and then I select my sum range. I do criteria 1 range is this. Then again, I select my cell where I'm going to put the condition. My criteria range is this one. and then the cell where I'm going to put the conditions, and I'm going to do this. So I'm going to do not Audi and then bigger than 300.